What's up, guys? This is Bobby Douglas, and this is just the second half of the Texas Tech-Kansas game where we're taking a look at Kansas point guard Devon Dotson. He had a pretty solid first half, especially on the defensive end. Thought he offered a lot of hope there, and he ultimately finished with around, I think, 11, actually 13 points in the first half, so he had a pretty solid scoring half as well, and I'm excited to get into the second half with you guys, so let's get right to it. And again, he's got the ball right now, just hitting Baji, and Kansas running the weave right out of their thing where they'll try to look for a back door at times. Right there, didn't get it. And here, Dotson's actually on Kyler Edwards right now. So it's a little bit of a change from what we saw in the first half. I think that's because Christian Brown is starting, and now he is on Davide Moretti. Looks like instead of maybe McCormick. I wasn't really paying attention. Right there, Dotson a little bit late on the help. Probably should have been rotating over a little bit stronger on that possession. So here's Dotson on the perimeter again after kind of cutting. Let's see what he does here. Again, they didn't really have the ball screen creativity that you'd like to see. Obviously, he's no Cassius Winston when it comes to that. To those sort of plays. And again, you can tell they're icing it. Saw a lot of that in the first half. Like to see Dotson maybe stunt a little bit towards the ball on those drives towards his side of the floor. Right there, we saw the switch on the screen. Went up on the pump fake, but nothing really came out of it. It looks like we're going to get Texas Tech ball. So Dotson, that's the type of thing I'd like to see right there. Dotson just kind of going for the ball on help rotations, and just being a little bit more aggressive because he's pretty good about not fouling in those situations, just kind of being pretty disciplined overall on the defensive end. So I like that play from him, even though it resulted in a foul, but not on Dotson. Let's see what he does here. Good job getting off that screen and roll. Good find. Just read the defense well and missed three, but I like that overall play from Dotson. Looking for a post touch. Good ball fake right there. Really nice pass. Nice idea, not a great pass. That's a really hard pass to make. Looked like he had to go at a negative angle to try and swing that back to, I think that was Ochai Agbaji. I like the vision right there, but that's just tough to make. Got kind of caught in the air. So now he's back on Moretti. Nice on TJ Shannon, actually. They switched to screen and roll. And again, that's where I mentioned this in the first half. That's where I think he'll be most successful in the NBA in terms of defense, just playing with a lot of versatile, long defenders that can switch on ball screens to help him cover shooters on screens off shooters. That's a bad pass from Udoka. Murray knocked down that free throw. And so I do like that Kansas is implementing a little bit more switching early in the second half. Dotson here, a little DHO. Oh, kick it out. Yeah. Reverse it. Good. Oh, looks like we got a charge on Udoka. Big men on campus. Done videos on 2 of those 5. I haven't done a video on Luka because I think he's going to stay. Right there, good steal from Brown. That was pretty good pick and roll defense overall by Kansas. Dotson was pretty involved in that as well. Let's here again, a corner three. And again, a little bit short. Sometimes he doesn't get enough legs in his shot, and I think that's a product of having his release so low. So he has the illusion of getting more arm into the shot, but you really need a lot more legs. Right there, I don't know what happened, but Dotson did a pretty nice job walling up against Jeremiah Ramsey on the initial drive. And then they kind of miscommunicated on the switch a little bit, but overall a solid defensive possession from Dotson. Right here. Made that decision well, cut off the baseline pass while also getting out onto the shooter, and then they just switched it. So now let's see what. So Dotson right now is on TJ Holyfield, who's like 6'7", 6'8", I think. That's going to be a blocking foul. Skip ahead here. So Dotson's now on Davide Moretti, which is the matchup we saw predominantly being used in the first half. Good job switching onto TJ Holyfield. And again, as long as you can switch into the post on spots, I do think he's pretty low in terms of his center of gravity, so he's not going to be moved very easily. Like, it'll take some effort from bigger players to move him on the block just because of how short he's stout and he's strong for his frame. I actually think on the perimeter, his frame might hurt him a little bit more just because getting around screens is going to be a little bit of an issue just because he doesn't really have the longest of legs. Good job stunting and recovering. Moretti's going to get that 3 to go. But I thought Dotson did a nice job. Here he is with the ball in his hands again. Going to get a ball screen from McCormick. I don't know why he's not rolling more, considering he's the only big man on the floor. We got another foul here. I'll skip these free throws. Dotson on Moretti, picking up around three-quarter court. We got a turnover. Yeah, Kansas ball. Good pass from McCormick leading into a layup for Isaiah Moss. Here's Dotson calling out matchups a little bit. Got that finger up in the air pointing. And again, nice job kind of rotating and just being that weak side help and then getting back to Moretti rather seamlessly. That should have been a foul or something, I think. Here's Dotson just kind of looking for a hole. Nothing really there. Now, I don't think he scored in the second half. He maybe took one shot or two shots. I think he had a 3 and then a floater that they both missed. See what they got going here. This is gonna be the, yeah, that's a nice little play. So he's out on the ball. I'd like to see him get his hands up a little bit more there. Nothing really happened. Again, he's kind of trying to force him to the baseline. Kansas awfully is trying to. They're showing a lot of no middle tendencies for a team that, I mean, especially like It's funny, given the team that they're going up against kind of invented the no-middle defense and made it effective. And then obviously we know Baylor runs it as well. Here's Dotson with the ball again. Let's see what he does. And again, you see this shiftiness and this change of pace. And again, pretty soft on the floater right there. And got it to go. Nice overall play from Dotson. And he's pretty quick twitch in terms of athleticism, I'd say, especially on these drives and these dribble moves. You saw right there kind of busting up that DHO, kind of just stifling everything, and it's going to be a travel on Texas Tech. I think Dotson's probably going to get it back, yeah. And that's, oof. Let's see what Dotson does here. Again, good job finding the gaps and then kicking it out to Isaiah Moss. Probably could have taken that three in the corner, but overall, nice shot from him off the dribble. And we saw that right there. Just kind of the second there's a gap in the defense, Dotson can exploit it. And ultimately, he got the initial gap, then he created another gap off of his drive, and then it led to an open shot. That time, listen, he was just kind of, I think he ran out of options faster than he expected. He expected that guy on the right side to still be open, so he just kind of threw that pass without really looking. And Texas Tech did a nice job getting back and then getting that interception. Got a foul and immediate timeout right here, so I'll skip all this. Dotson coming off the screen there. So we're going to get Kansas ball with 9 on the shot clock. Udoka short on that putback. And here's Dotson guarding point guard right now. Nice shot from Dotson, just kind of pinching in right there and just kind of cutting off a little drive while also not giving too much rope. So that allowed him to get back to a shooter if need be. Again, I think he's very positionally intelligent on a defensive end. Again, he's not a guy who's going to have a ton of lapses on defense. And so I think that really will help him early on in his career. Looks like they're running weave again, Kansas. And yeah, Texas Tech is kind of hard hedging that. They know it's coming. There's an awesome video by Hoop Vision 68, Jordan Sperber. He does a whole in-depth breakdown of the Kansas weave play. It's very fun. You can see it in action a little bit in this game. That's just Udoka just being kind of tough to move. Got time out here, so I'll skip this. So right now he's in the corner. Wasn't really involved on that play. So it's on Kyler Edwards, and he just switched on to TJ Shannon, who again is supposed to be a potential first rounder in 2021. That time, good job kind of just switching. And again, they're switching on the fly, Kansas is. They're doing a pretty good job of just staying intact defensively, and Dotson definitely is a key part of why that is. You got 3 on the shot clock right here. Right there, maybe I would have liked to see him come up and maybe try to take a charge. I mean, think about it. Jahmi'us Ramsey was basically standing out of bounds, so he doesn't really need to be attached at the hip to him in that situation, especially late shot clock. That's a really nice take from Dotson and a good finish as well. Again, he just kind of rubs off defenders. He kind of has that looping action when he drives, and he's just really good at just cutting off that angle at the last minute and finishing. And there's Dotson with a rebound, and here he comes. Going to feed it to Doak. Or that's McCormick, excuse me. Garrett's going to knock down that shot. And here Dotson is on Moretti again. Again, you can see he just doesn't take up a lot of space out there defensively. So he's fully extending and took a while to get around that screen. Good job just getting back to Moretti, but wow, great weak side help from McBaji right there. That was really a good play. Save the basket. And right there you saw, again, Dotson just read that perfectly. Again, the pass wasn't extremely on the money and nearly got picked off twice, but got there. You got an immediate timeout here, so skip this. Good job again, stunting, and Dotson gets the steal. Really nice defensive effort from Dotson right there. Again, that's what I mean. He's just very positionally aware and positionally intelligent. And again, his frame doesn't really allow him to be a consistent defensive playmaker. But again, I don't think he's gonna be a guy who is a negative in terms of team defense. I don't think that's his role, and I think he's too smart of a defender off the ball to really be a negative on that end by a significant margin. He jumps into action right there. I'm just watching right there. See right there, he probably got a little bit too casual, but the second he was kind of all out of whack on that position. But the second he lost Moretti on that backdoor cut, he immediately just kind of sprinted into action and pretty much cut off that, even though he kind of was a little bit over aggressive on the ultimate closeout. But I do like that he's not really one to give up on plays defensively. Good take from Marcus Garrett. Marcus Garrett's another guy who's just an awesome defensive player for Kansas. A lot of people love his defense at the NBA level. Right there, good job just staying kind of attached to the shooter. That's not really his role to help in that situation. Yep, good closeout from Dotson and gave Moretti the business. He was right there when Moretti landed. Didn't really give him a lot of air to shoot that. It's a nice closeout from Dotson, just staying low, choppy feet. Well done. Dotson going to pull up for 3. And yeah, that's just kind of a brick. Again, I'm not really sure how much the pull-up threes are going to be really in his bag. And Ramsey hit that. Dotson looking for something here. He's going to get a ball screen. Yeah, doesn't really like hitting the roller a whole lot. That may be a product of Texas Tech's overall defensive philosophy, but He's not really looking at that a whole lot either. And Ramsey almost knocked down another one. Dotson did a nice job getting that loose ball. Let's see if he pushes it ahead. Probably a smart play not to. Lost the ball a little bit in the transition. Ooh, they had Dotson. Ooh, they had him. Good job riding. Good job riding Kyler Edwards right there. It's going to result in some free throws for Texas Tech, but I thought Dotson did a nice job just kind of using his body to just kind of push him off his spot a little bit. We got a media timeout here right here, and free throws that follow, so I'll skip these. Here we go. Again, they're running the weave again. They're looking for something backdoor. That's the goal of this play. But a lot of times they're kind of hitting the pick and roll through it. So it's a good way of getting that action opened up as well. So we got a shot clock violation on Kansas. And that time I had a little bit of trouble getting around that screen, but he did a really nice job cutting off that drive by Moretti. I think he's done a really awesome job on Moretti. He was one of the most dangerous shooters in the Big 12. I think he's done an awesome job guarding him today. He hasn't really done much while he was on him. And again, there's a change of pace. Spin move into a nice, really nice finish from Dotson. That's the thing. He can just beat you on a stop on a dime and then go immediately from 0 to 100 really, really quick. Not to paraphrase Drake, of course, but got another timeout here. Here we go. Again, so now it's a 4-point game after Kansas kind of started this game up pretty big. I think it was 17-2 to open it. Dotson needs to get new shoes, man. He has been wiping those things the entire game. That is one of his best plays of the game. Really tight behind the back dribble, and then really good, really quick and peaceful transition from that dribble into a rising floater with his right hand. That was really well done, and really just overall just a smooth play from Dotson. I like that a lot from him. We're going to see it again here. Again, sets him up with the behind the back dribble. Takes one more dribble. Oh, wow. Never mind. That got bounced off of TJ Shannon. And then he somehow managed to get it back and put it up there. That's a really just a nice show of his reflexes, but wow, that's interesting. A little bit late to react on that crashing of the glass by TJ Shannon, but he ultimately got there. Shot went in for Texas Tech, though. So. So now Texas Tech is putting on the pressure. Down 5 with a minute and a half left. They probably shouldn't be fouling. Actually, they maybe should give a foul because they have one to give. Yeah, that's probably a smart play for Texas Tech. I don't know what happened there. Dotson was really involved in it, though, so I think he was inbounding it. That time, good job just switching on the screen. Yep. That's just kind of waiting for Holyfield. Let's see what he does here. That's a really awesome. Oh, they called him for a foul. That's a tough play, but I do like the overall effort there. He knows he can't really bang with him down low, so he just kind of has quick hands and tries to strip him. I'm not super mad about that foul call, or about getting that foul called on Dotson. I think that's a pretty smart play from him. Just knowing what you're good at and just trying to use your strengths to your advantage, I think that's a fine play from Dotson, even though it results in 2 points for Texas Tech, because that would have been a basket either way. Got a timeout for Bill Self here, so we will skip this. And Garrett almost turned it over, but he's going to get the... Oh, you got to finish that, Marcus Garrett. Wow. Oh, they're definitely going to review this. Are they not really going to review this? Wow. Huh. Okay, wow. That's might be first time I've seen him not review that. Ramsey's going to fin... Oh, good play from Ramsey right there. Good overall drive. And now, looks like Texas Tech's going to have to foul. Dotson probably shouldn't have picked up his dribble right there. I think he probably should have tried to get it across half court before. No harm, no foul, though. And there's a foul we were looking for. Dotson did buy him a few seconds with that snake dribble, so I do appreciate that. He's going to make the first, and then I think he's going to make the second as well. So I think there's a timeout after this. Yes, so I'll skip this. Final 14 seconds here. This is the final score, so obviously nothing happens for Texas Tech. So you got 6.3 seconds left. I don't think there's a foul call. Just let it run. The final 6.3. Dotson guarding the inbounder. I'm not sure what Ramsey was doing there. That'll end it, though. I'm not sure what Ramsey was doing there. They needed a 3 there with 6 seconds left. Whatever. Anyway, though, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think Devon Dotson's certainly a fun prospect to watch. I think he was a very key cog in what Kansas was trying to do this year. And obviously, Kansas was a top 3 team in America, so certainly had a great role. I see him as a very solid backup point guard in the NBA with Kyle Lowry upside on defense. So if you put him around the right pieces, I think he'll be very successful in the NBA. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll be back tomorrow with another breakdown. Sorry for these continuously late uploads. I'm trying to get back on schedule after my day off. But tomorrow we will be back with another prospect. I believe we have Trendon Watford tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And we will see you tomorrow.